Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly readings for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. I hope you're all having a good, hopefully restful Easter weekend, those of you who are not working. I hope it's been very, very pleasant for you. If you're here, please say hi in the chat, let me know how you're doing, and please like the video, please share the video. Hi to you, Super Angry Koala, it's wonderful to see you. Hi Trisha, it's lovely to see all of you. I am, thank you. I've been out all day, that's why I'm only just starting this video now. I'm going to start off in a moment by having a look at how the collective is doing this week, and then I'll go on to pull cards for all 12 signs. Hi LV7095LV, I've missed you. Wonderful to see a lot of familiar faces. Hi Sarah. Doing okay, thank you. Holding it together. You know how this goes. Please remember to like the video and just take a moment to settle in. Have a sit down or have a lie down. Take a few nice deep breaths. Get yourselves nicely settled. Clear away any stresses or emotions or thought patterns from the day. Let's get a nice clear connection and I'll see what I can bring through for you. So starting off with the picture for the collective for the 22nd to the 28th of April. Hi, Renee. It's wonderful to see a few people who I haven't seen for a little while tonight. Hi, Joyous Day. So cards for the collective, first of all. Happy Easter to everyone. Shag Pesach Samach to everyone celebrating there as well. So the picture for the collective. Okay. A lot of people seem really fearful at the moment, fearful of the people around them or the people who they're going to be seeing this week. This is the sense that I get. There's all this fear, like, oh my goodness, I don't want to see them. I don't get on with them. They're going to react badly to me. They've got something against me. It's things like this. There's all of this apprehension. That's the word I'm looking for. It's apprehension towards the people who are going to be around us. It's also misplaced apprehension. So I feel like these are people who we have maybe a difficult past with. Maybe these people have rubbed us up the wrong way in the past, or they've taken something we've said the wrong way. And we want things to be better, but we don't believe they're going to be. So we're going in with all this doubt, this apprehension, this tension within us. It's also completely unnecessary. We're all going to be mostly pleasantly surprised. So in our minds, we have the 10 of Swords. We feel like things are going to go wrong. People are going to react badly to us. We're going to be left all alone, not understood, not valued. But that, for most people, that really is your mind playing tricks. We're not in that place at the moment. We're really not. At the same time, we have the 10 of Pentacles showing up in the subconscious, and this is what we want. And so we have a choice as to which one we go into interactions with. Do we go in with this default, this defensiveness, this fear of the 10 of Swords? Or do we go in with the 10 of Pentacles, a readiness to share, to accept each other, to be comfortable in each other's space, to value each other? Because if we go in with this, I feel we're going to be in a really, really good place. Now, I mentioned these are people who we have a difficult past with. And with the Six of Cups showing up, I feel there's this hurt from the past. There are difficulties from the past. There might be fond memories, but there are also painful ones. And we keep focusing on the negative. I feel we're focusing so much on the negative, and there's no need to be. I actually feel that we're going to be, the people who you're going to be meeting are going to be valuing you at this time. The work that you've been doing, the progress you've been making, everything around this is really, really positive. So we're actually in a space of the Four of Wands. Things are way more stable, way more solid than we might expect. And our encounters are blessed at this time. This is hugely, hugely exciting. So there isn't the need for that fear. And not only is there not the need for that fear, but if we go in with this open attitude, this sharing attitude, this willingness to be with and celebrate each other, I feel that our relationships are going to improve. They're going to move to new heights. I feel that we'll suddenly feel a much deeper level of feeling to each other. And that shows up with the Ace of Cups. So this is hugely, hugely exciting. There isn't much to fear at this moment at all in our interactions. So I feel that we have to work hard to shift ourselves out of this space because it's defensive, it's quite closed off, and it's just expecting the worst and there's no need to. And yes, maybe we've had difficult encounters with people in the past, but I feel that's going to lift and going to shift at this time. And this could be around current or former partners, it could be around friends, it could be around family. I'm hearing family a lot. So where there are difficulties in the family, rifts in the family, maybe you're going to be seeing your family this week. I feel that you can go in with a much clearer mindset than the Ten of Swords. I feel you have to reach deeper. Feel that Ten of Pentacles. Feel what connects you. Remember the good times and not just the bad ones. Get in there and celebrate. And I feel this really opens you up to deep levels of connection and to feeling emotionally secure and able to express yourself much, much more freely. And that's the collective picture. This is all about what we carry, the energy that we carry into this coming time. If we're all closed off, fearing each other, holding grudges, everything like that, it's going to be so difficult for us to connect and build the kind of future that we want to. But if we have this openness at this time, it can be absolutely beautiful. And that's right there. It's right there, but we have to move into that space. We really have to feel it. Feel into that space, because I feel that your heart will guide you far more than your head will here. Your head is full of doubt. It's clouding you. It's what if this person says this? I remember when they did this. I remember when they said this, that was quite bad. Didn't like that. We have to be more open than that at this time. That's the main picture coming through for the collective. Let's see now how that is going to be looking for the 12 signs. We'll start off with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April. Hi, Stardust and cards. Lovely to see so many wonderful people in the chat today. Aries. 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 Okay, Aries. Okay, Aries, this is going to be a relationship picture for you. I feel that your fear, and so this is tying in with the collective, okay? Your fear is that the person who you like, or maybe the person that you're with, this may be a pre-existing relationship or one that you've been hoping deepens for a while. I feel that, or maybe you're just becoming more and more aware that somebody you're around is very, very interested in you. The picture that I'm getting for you is that you feel like if you admit your feelings, you'll lose them, or you'll lose some part of yourself. So you're hesitant to connect deeply at this time, even though the feelings are right there. And I feel like for a lot of you Aries, you want to tell somebody just how interested you are in them, just how much you care about them, how much you love them, how much they mean to you. But you're kind of feeling, oh no, this could disrupt everything, or I could lose them, or I could lose myself. These are kind of the processes going on within you at this time, Aries. Two of Cups shows up in your conscious mind. So you're feeling it. You're absolutely feeling it, but you're not sure what to do about it. That's kind of the picture that you're dealing with. And you want to be open about your feelings. I feel with the Princess of Swords at this time, you want to be open about your feelings. And not only do you want to tell them, but I feel you kind of want to tell the world. You kind of want to tell the world, but you're holding back. You're holding back because with the Two of Pentacles showing up for you, it becomes, oh, but this could be such a big disruption. I could lose everything. It could throw everything out of whack, everything into turmoil. And you really fear that. You really fear that with the Ten of Swords showing up. You're like, what is this going to do? I'm in this space. I don't want to compromise where I'm at. But Aries, you need to be following your heart. You need to not be going in with this level of fear. And it's a fear that the collective is carrying at the moment as well. But you don't need to be going in with this level of fear. You can be opening up instead. You see, I feel that this isn't disruptive. I feel this is balanced. There is balance in your life and balance in this relationship. And all you have to do is work with it and stay with that balance. Is that easy to pull off? Not necessarily, but I feel that you have to follow your heart here. You have to trust your heart and your ability to connect and work with all of this, because this feels really, really promising to me. The fear is right there. That's right there for you. That's a real thing, but you can acknowledge it without being taken over by it. Your final card is Justice. So I feel that this balances this relationship. It fits really, really well together. And I feel in order to do yourself and this person justice, you have to be clear on your feelings. Talk to them. I feel that you're in a balanced place. I feel you don't compromise anything by following your heart, by allowing this to be a thing. And with that Two of Cups, you know your feelings. You know what this means to you. So this is where you have to allow yourself to put those fears to one side and allow this to become more. Allow it to become a deeper connection, a greater level of feeling. I feel that this can be absolutely beautiful for you if you do that. I hope that makes sense for you, Aries. Hi to everyone just tuning in. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Hux Fremont. The next sign is going to be Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hi, Stacey. For the 22nd to the 28th of April, 2019. And please remember everyone to like the video and share the video. Taurus. 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 Sun has entered your sign, Taurus. Let's see how this looks for you. Trisha says, please don't break my heart, Taurus. Well, we'll see what the picture is for Taurus, but at the moment, I feel if we look at the collective, it's more about people breaking their own hearts and how we avoid that. So let's have a look. Okay. You're not doing badly, Taurus, at all. In fact, I feel most of you feel really on top of the world right now. You're really ready to go with the Six of Wands showing up. I feel that there's a lot of attention on you. You might feel a little under pressure to live up to it. I feel like people value you. People really, really value you. But it may just be the case that you feel a bit of pressure to be on display, on top form all the time at the moment. And you kind of feel like at the moment, you're just going to be thrown situations that you feel that you have to be at your best at. You have to perform. And you're just a little worried in case you slip. And that just might make you a little uneasy. So this is all about how you manage that for this week, Taurus. With the Wheel of Fortune showing up in your subconscious, I feel that you're under pressure to do a lot, to be generous, to be creative, to be a little bit inspirational, if you like. And a lot of people might be looking to you at this time. A lot of people might be looking to you at this time, and you're like, oh, but actually I have other stuff going on. What do I do about that? What do I do about that? Because I can't let anyone down. I need to be at my best. And so that just puts you under a bit of pressure. You have the King of Cups showing up, and I feel that you're trying to be really emotionally balanced. You're trying to make sure that you say the right things, do the right things, get everything spot on. That's the pressure. That's the pressure that you're putting yourself under. And I feel you're capable of that to an extent. But I also feel you might spread yourself just a tiny bit too thinly. So this is the danger, is that on the one hand, you feel under pressure. On the other hand, you're liking the attention. You're liking the warmth. You're liking the compliments. And you just need to bring things a little back. And so I guess the main thing is not to give yourself away too easily at this time, not to say yes to too many things, not to make too many commitments with your time and energy. Doesn't mean close yourself off, by the way. Doesn't mean go and hide under blankets. But with the Four of Pentacles showing up, I feel that you just need to make sure that you're keeping yourself as your own priority here. So yes, you're going to help other people. Yes, you're going to go and do the things that you need to. But make sure that you're leaving some time for you as well, Taurus. This is very, very important. A lot of people want to work with you or connect with you or be with you, and that's wonderful, but you need to keep some time for yourself. Now, you're going to do that by working with the energy of the Princess of Swords, who shows up again. So I feel like, yes, you can be in the spotlight, doing your thing, showing yourself really, really well, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't. The compliments are great and they're real, and you should soak them up, but don't assume that you don't still have stuff to learn, stuff to pick up. And it's okay for you to be honest if some things are more difficult for you, and for the things that you don't feel able to do at this time. Just be honest. That's all it's going to take from you, Taurus. It's not a huge deal for you, but that's kind of where the pressure comes in. So just be careful with your time and your energy. A lot of people are going to want to connect with you this month. Just make sure that you're doing yourself justice throughout all of this as well. I hope that makes sense for you, Taurus. The next sign is going to be Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Gemini. I know I always have some Geminis in my chat. Gemini. I'm a Gemini moon myself, so Geminis are always in good company here, especially other Gemini moons. Okay, Gemini. Okay, you're another sign feeling just a little under pressure at this time, Gemini. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but you need to sort of stay aware of what's happening with you and around you. I feel like you're being pulled. So it's like there's a force attracting you, and this could be to do with relationships, but I feel it's a more general force than that. So I feel like you're being pulled towards people, possibly people from your past, possibly dealing with a few difficult emotions around those, but you're sort of feeling, oh no, but I have to go and deal with this now, I have to work with this person now, I have to be with this person now, I have to do this, have to do this, have to do this, have to do this. And you're a little bit fearful, like the collective as well. And you kind of almost feel like you're not that much in control of your own life, your own destiny at that time. And that's causing you a few difficulties. All of that is showing up for you as the moon, Gemini. So you are kind of like quite emotionally driven, and it's pulling you in certain directions, really pulling you. And because it's pulling you, you don't feel quite able to be yourself. With the Princess of Cups showing up, this is who you'd ideally be at this time. You don't feel able to access this energy. You don't feel able to access it. You're finding it really hard to be laid back and just go with the flow, because you kind of feel like This is pulling on you and you don't necessarily want it. You don't necessarily want it because you want to be in charge. You feel like you want to be in charge, but you can't be. Someone else seems to be more in charge. You have the Queen of Wands showing up. This may be a fire sign energy that you're dealing with. Could be Aries, could be Leo, could be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is somebody who has a pull on you. And I said this could be a partner, but this could be a family member. It could be a boss. But you kind of feel like they have this control over you. And before you know it, you're doing exactly what they want or what they ask. That's where you're feeling a little bit bothered, to say the least. So there's a need for you to be quite grounded at this time as well, Gemini. Because I feel like there's an extent to which you can go along with this, but then there's an extent to which this may interfere with the work you're doing, the things that you're trying to create. So you have the Princess of Pentacles showing up in the challenge position for you. And this is all about not neglecting what's important to you. Not neglecting what's important to you and what is expressive for you, with the Princess of Cups also in the equation. So when you feel yourself getting swept along, getting carried away, getting pulled in this way, and it is a pull that they've just given me and I'm feeling with you, Gemini, you just need to be able to come back to yourself, the things that you're working on, your long-term projects, your long-term goals, and just save a bit for yourself. You're another sign with the Four of Pentacles showing up. And this again is about this responsibility to yourself. Grounding work is going to be really important for you this week, Gemini. Otherwise, I feel you get pulled a bit out of control. Someone else calls the shots on you. It gets more difficult. And then you start to wonder where you're at with the moon. As you come back to yourself, ground yourself more, get back to the things that you want to work on, you're going to feel more expressive, more confident, and that in turn is going to allow you to give more love and feel more love from those people around you at this time. I hope that makes sense for you, Gemini. Hi, Ronice. The next sign is going to be Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April, 2019. Cancer. 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 Okay, Cancer. You're in your feelings, Cancer. I mean, it's really hard for people to snap you out of your feelings at this time. And I feel that people are reaching out to you. They're wanting to connect with you, to be around you. And you kind of want that, but then you're not allowing yourself to be in that place. So you're quite down. I'm feeling sadness within you, and at the same time, though, there are people who really want to reach out to you, take you out, be with you, have a good time with you. And you're sort of like, cheers, you smile for a moment, and then you go back to this really sad expression. So this is tricky to work with, because obviously your feelings are real, but I feel like you might be a bit too attached to making sure that everyone knows that you're a bit sad, a bit unhappy, and you might deny yourself a bit of joy and lock yourself in if you're not careful. The Three of Cups showing up. People do want to connect with you at this time. They want to have a good time with you. They want you to enjoy yourself. And this isn't about hiding from your feelings. Your feelings are still right there. There's a lot of water in this Three of Cups. But it's all about finding the joy with other people in the midst of that. Doesn't mean denying your feelings. Doesn't mean repressing your feelings. But it means being able to have this in your life as well. With the Six of Pentacles showing up, I feel like you feel like if that happens, you're a bit of a burden on them, a bit of a drain on them, that you're taking from them. You're not. They want you to be with them. You have this self-image issue here, Cancer. It's something that needs to shift. It feels quite old, something that you're coming back to. And it's stopping you from fully committing to having fun with those people who value you. I feel like it may well be a fire sign who breaks through to you and is just like, no, you're coming out. You're going to come and do this with me. Or at the very least, I'm going to come round and hang out with you. At the very least. Or else you might break yourself out of this by offering some support to a fire sign, because you're all about the emotional support, Cancer. You like that. With the Princess of Wands showing up, there's this need to be bold. Yes, some things hurt. They might be hurting you. They might be hurting the other person as well. But you can go and make that connection. Look past the immediate hurt. That doesn't mean repressing it, but that means looking past it, seeing a bigger picture and allowing these connections to shift your worldview. At the moment, I feel like you're dreading. It's not dissimilar to the collective, but there's also no need for it. You have Death showing up in your challenge position. So I feel like this emotional stance that you're taking is something that you have to allow to die, or at least to shift and transform dramatically. It's something that you need to move past, move along from. You've gained knowledge from it. You've gained knowledge of yourself from it. That doesn't mean you're denying it, but it's all about now how you start to transmute that and move forward. This is really important, and there are people who are going to help you do that, and you may also help yourself by reaching out to help some other people who are struggling at the moment. But you can follow this, because I feel things are more fertile than you realize for you. And I feel that's how you move past the fear. At the moment, you're so scared. You're scared of letting anyone in. You're scared actually of moving out of this emotional stance and state because you've got used to it. You've got entrenched in it. With the Nine of Swords showing up, it's all about being able to make it past that. Allow people to come to you. Allow people to help you to break out of this and reach out to other people as well. This is very important for you at this time. I feel that allows you then to feel that joy, that connection, and to actually accept that it's okay for other people to help you and that you have something to offer as well. I hope that makes sense for you, Cancer. The next sign is going to be Leo. Hi, Roisin. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April, 2019. Leo. 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 Okay, Leo. Are you dealing with some creative blocks at the moment, Leo? Or if not creative blocks, blocks on being able to express yourself, blocks on being able to see your own worth? It's not like you, but that's what they're giving me. I feel this is it's a transitional time for you. I feel that it's not so much a block as a necessary change. I feel you have new creative projects that you need to move in, new areas of work to go off on. Some of you might be studying new things. I feel there is a shift of this nature that is required from you at this time, Leo, because I feel like you might have been moving quite fast on things, but then they've slowed down and you want them to move fast, but there's a shift required so they can move fast. You have the 8 of Wands showing up in your conscious space. So you have this desire to move really, really quickly. That's right there. You're like, I want to make progress now. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. But I feel the reason you're not making progress in the way that you would like is because you're not focused on the right thing. And so there's this shift that is required to bring you into alignment with who you are and who you need to be at this time. And deep down, I feel you know that as well. And you're hesitant about allowing this shift to take place. But I feel it's going to unlock things for you when you do. And there's no need for this hesitancy. And I feel if you're not quite sure which direction you move in at the moment, then you need to stay really, really open, because I feel there's guidance coming through for you. I feel that some of you are going to get insights through your dreams, or there'll be signs or symbols, or some of you might consult a psychic and figure something out that way. But these are the pictures coming in. Some of you might connect with a water sign who can help you. That could be Cancer, that could be Scorpio, that could be Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So you have the Maker Princess, the Princess of Pentacles showing up as well. So there is this process going on within you, this spark for new ways of doing things, creative ideas, new projects. That is something that needs to come out at this time. I feel that with the Queen of Cups, you'll be getting that insight, but you might want to consult somebody if you need more guidance on that at this time, Leo. But this is absolutely there for you. I feel you can feel it. You can absolutely feel it, and it's going to reveal a huge amount to you. This is tremendously important. So that's why it can't be business as usual. That's why you can't just tear ahead with whatever you've been doing before. You have the Tower showing up in the challenge position. And I love this tower. This is the most positive tower that I've ever worked with, because it is all about the old being torn away from you. It's about this power that bursts out of you. But you have to allow that. You have to make the shift so as this can flow through you. This creative force that is ready to go within you if you can allow that out. I also feel that for some of you, this means changes in relationships, maybe in the kind of person you relate to, the kind of relationship style you're in, or if you're in an existing relationship, it can mean transforming it in some sense, because you have the impetus, you have the spark of how you want to shift, how this shifts along with it, and how everything becomes more dynamic and more real. This will move you into a place of self-love. If you're with somebody, it should also move you to a place of deeper connection and certainly more in alignment with your own needs at this time, Leo. I feel for some of you, this opens the door to a relationship as well, actually, because once you're seeing yourself differently and doing things differently, suddenly then you open in a way that you hadn't before. Your final card following the Tower is the Two of Cups. So this is about self-love. It's about honoring yourself, being true to yourself, but it's also about how when you allow this force within you to come out, it connects you more to other people because they see more of you, more that's real, more of who you are at this time. And I feel then that you are lit up. I feel that your connections, your relationships are lit up. And I feel that these shifts help you. And you're just in this place of more trust. You know the universe has got your back. You know other people have got your back. And you're able to move much more smoothly, much more freely. But it requires you to allow this to come out. If you do that, I feel things then move fast and direct for a long time. And you feel so much more embodied. The Eight of Wands there and the Two of Cups. It means that you have to stand in the truth of who you are now. It means you have to harness that creative energy, and it means you have to allow it to power you. I hope that makes sense for you, Leo. The next sign is going to be Virgo. Virgo's sun, moon, and rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Virgo. Thank you, Trisha. It's a dress. Virgo. Virgo. Thank you, Renee. First two cards have flipped over for you, Virgo. And they're both majors. Virgo. Hi, Nicole. Okay, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Not at all bad for you, Virgo, at this moment in time. But you have to believe that it's not going to be bad. This is kind of important for you. I feel you have something to say, something to explain. I can see you sort of laying out ideas and plans to people. You're giving instructions. This is going to work like this. You have this overarching vision. This vision that you want to share. You're ready to share your vision. You're ready to be in charge, to take control. You might also react a little poorly to criticism at this time. So there's just a need to ensure that you're open to other people's ideas as well. Judgment shows up as your first card. So you are in this place where you want to be able to talk about the things that you want to do. You want people on board. You want people to follow your ideas. You might be in charge of some people, or you might be directing people or mentoring people at this time, or teaching in some capacity. But there is just this need to not be totally, it's all my way or the highway kind of thing. Because I feel other people's input is important as well, and you need to be open to that. You're a little scared of other people's input. You're a little scared that you might feel a bit defensive, or criticism might make you feel a little inadequate, and there's no need for it because it's not there to tear you down, Virgo. You're right there with judgment. You're in a strong place, but part of standing in that place is being able to accept what other people have to offer as well. And that includes criticisms, it includes counter ideas, things like this. With the moon showing up, you're not quite prepared for that. But I feel like this is then all about the mindset that you approach things with. It's all about the direction that you go in here. The 10 of Pentacles showing up. I feel that people are right with you. But them being right with you means that you have to value them enough to hear them out as well. Hear their ideas as well, because things are safe and they're secure. You're in a strong place, but you have to be able to let them in to show their side of things. Justice comes up for you as well. So this is all about how you incorporate other people's ideas with your own. How you don't feel that things are an attack because somebody has ideas that you feel then are counter to yours, when actually they can mesh with them. They can mesh with them, and then you can actually all be much stronger, all doing your things together, Virgo. I feel that if you make space for that, you're going to feel much, much stronger. But it needs you to come through that fear. It needs you to come through that fear, which is in line with the collective. This is how it's playing out for you. And if you do that, you're going to feel just more centered, more calm, more in control, and your thoughts won't be getting on top of you. With the 4 of Swords, you'll just be in this stronger place. This is very much in alignment with judgment. But all it means for you, all you really have to do is ensure that you're making room for those other people to have their say and their input as well, and not seeing that as an attack, because it's not. It's there to mesh with you. I hope that makes sense for you, Virgo. High fire and ice. The next sign is going to be Libra. Libra sun, moon and rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Libra. 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 Card has jumped out for you, Libra. Give me a second. Okay, Libra. I feel you're keeping your cards quite close to your chest at the moment, Libra. I feel that you're kind of, there are opportunities, there are people around you, and you're watching them come in, you're watching them go out, and you're kind of like, I'm not gonna move until it's the right one. I'm not gonna show too much at this time. I'm gonna sit and wait this one out. You have the Two of Pentacles showing up in your conscious mind. And with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're not going to give anything away too easily, or at least that's the decision that you're trying to make for yourself. I'm not giving too much away. I'm going to wait it out. I don't want to be ungrounded. Don't want to be distracted. Okay with where I'm at. And I will only go for the right person or the right opportunity. So it might be a relationship thing. It might be to do with work. It might be to do with other opportunities coming up. But you're not going to rush at the moment. You've kind of been like, no, I'm right here. Happy. I'll know when it's the right time. So you show up here as the High Priestess. Staying in that place. Feeling... I'm not sure if you are feeling your way through entirely. I feel like you're trying to rationalize all of it as well. You might get locked into that so much that then you don't take the opportunity when it comes up, because you're like, no, still be something better, still something better. No need to go yet, no need to go yet, no need to go yet. It's okay. Might be a little joyless. You might want to take a little chance as well. You see, you're going with your feelings, then you're trying to rationalize them, but you're not actually necessarily being decisive in this sense. I feel you're just being hesitant, standoffish, maybe a little avoidant, in fact. But I feel that you can just loosen up a little bit, because people are giving you opportunities. People want you involved with them. They want you to come out with them, engage with them, do things with them. Somebody might ask you out. Somebody might say, why don't you come and work on this with me for a bit? Why don't you come away? Why don't you visit? All of these things coming up. That's coming up as the sun for you, Libra. And no, you don't have to say yes to every opportunity, but I feel like you can weigh things up properly and then decide on things that you still can do. It's not just no to everything. I don't feel that's going to help you. There needs to be more of an openness at this time, just like there is with the collective. So you show up there as the King of Swords, and I feel that you need to be a little decisive. It can't just be no to everything. You can't just see the negative or the bad in everything. Sensing danger, sensing the worst coming back to yourself. I feel there has to be a bit of life with the sun. It absolutely does. You're not going to say yes to every opportunity or every person, but you can have a bit more loosening up than that. Because I feel there's joy for you. I feel there's a chance just to be a bit less serious. A chance to be a bit less serious. If that makes sense. Just to go and enjoy yourself in a looser sense, feel better as a result. And then you'll feel more open to the bigger opportunities when they do come in as well. Your final card there is the Six of Cups. So I feel that this then is about being able to allow yourself to have a good time, to go out and enjoy yourself, to connect with the people, to do things, take opportunities. These are the main things that are coming up for you at this time. You're not letting anyone down or yourself down by enjoying a few things or taking a few of the smaller opportunities. Yes, you can still wait for the big ones if you have to, but be able to enjoy yourself, Libra. I feel that's going to help you the most You're way, way too serious at this moment in time. And I feel like you've convinced yourself that you can't do anything until you know for sure. All it's going to take for you, just loosening up, Libra. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. Scorpio's sun, moon, and rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Scorpio. 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 Another card has jumped for you, Scorpio. Just a second. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're in a slightly seductive mood, Scorpio. Someone you're interested in, somebody who you have strong feelings for. And I feel like you might be quite controlling towards them. Doesn't have to be a bad thing, might need a bit of balance. I feel like you want to go all in towards this person, really all in towards them. I feel that you want them in your life. You feel that they are somebody who can benefit you, someone who can heal you. You're seeing them as this potentially as a healing relationship, but you also want it to be a relationship where you hold all the cards, and you might come in just a little bit strong, little bit controlling, and that might put them off. They're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, so they're quite grounded. They're quite grounded, and you want some of that because you might have been a little all over the place at times lately. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to regain control by getting control over them, making them the center of my life. But I don't feel like they're going to take that sort of crap. I feel like you need to be acting a bit more respectfully, Scorpio. Deep down, this is coming from a bit of insecurity for you. You have the Four of Pentacles showing up, and I feel that you're insecure, and that's why you feel the need to control in this way. So there is healing that's required, but what you can't do is demand that somebody else be your partner who is also really healing towards you. You need to pay them a bit more respect. I feel you have strong feelings for them. I feel they have strong feelings for you, but it's all about how you approach this. So if you catch yourself approaching things in that way, you need to pull back and be more loving, more open, and more gentle than that, Scorpio. Two of Cups is showing up for you. So this feels like it could be absolutely something that is fulfilling, that is lasting, that is supportive and balanced. But you need to pay them the respect they deserve in that case. Not be so controlling, because if you are, then with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like you could just find yourself quite alone and in a lot more difficulty. That's the danger for you. because that's the danger for you. And if it wasn't, it's not a good way to be acting, to be honest, but that is the danger for you. So you just need to bring things a bit more into alignment. Go in and show your feelings, but be slower and don't be controlling. Allow them to feel their way to you. Allow this to move more into balance and harmony, and to develop more slowly and more equally with the Three of Wands showing up. I feel that this can be wonderful, but you get there by treating them fairly and respectfully, not by trying to rush things or be overly controlling or demanding, Scorpio. This is very, very important. If you do that, I feel this can be very, very nice for you indeed. But you need to be able to approach it in that way. If you catch yourself doing something else, you got to stop yourself and pull back. Look at where that's coming from. Look at the insecurity that's causing that and start to work on that. Doesn't mean you can't be in a relationship. I never say that. I don't believe anyone can't be in a relationship. But there's an awareness and a responsibility there that is really, really important for you, Scorpio. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising for the 22nd. My hair's doing today, honestly. To the 28th of April, 2019. I do know what my hair's doing. I was out in the forest earlier and haven't done it since. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Sagittarius, your first card is flipped over. Sag. I know there's at least a couple of Sages in here. Sag. Thank you, LV7095LV. Okay, Sag. You're kind of way off center, Sagittarius. You're way off center. And like it's all just kind of a bit scrambled and messy in here, if you like. You haven't really collected your thoughts. You haven't been able to kind of regain your composure. And now things are getting a bit on top of you. They're getting a bit on top of you. And you're kind of like, well, all I can do now is close off, recover. Can't think too far forward. Don't believe I'll get what I want, the things that I desire, the things that I need. So I'm just going to close off. And I feel that this then starts to sort of ferment in here. It's sort of fermenting. It's like bubbling. It's not a fun place. And I feel that actually a lot of this is you just sort of going over old stuff, round in circles a bit in your head. In your feelings as well. But I feel it's coming up to your head as well. And it's just sort of, it's not going anywhere at this time. And it's kind of like you're getting stuck in it. You're getting really stuck in this, in your feelings, but in feelings that you're not doing anything with. It's one thing to be aware of them. It's another to just sort of be like, blah. You know, it's like, this isn't great. Four of Cups. This might even be a bit self-indulgent. I don't mean that in an insulting way, but it's sort of like you've sort of got stuck in this. 8 of Cups in your subconscious. You actually want out of this, but you're not prepared to do what it takes to get out of it. And yet things are clearer up ahead if you do that. But in order to do that, you have to allow yourself to believe there's more out there for you. There's something better for you out there. There is air up there that you can breathe. There is some sunshine that's going to dry your tears, make you feel warm, make you feel alive. You have the 9 of Cups showing up. This is the wish fulfillment card. Potential, an escape, a release, an outlet if you get out of this circular process. So this then is about visualizing, believing, having a bit of faith, maybe doing some rituals to open things up for yourself as well. But what do you truly want? What do you desire? Write it down. Write it down to snap you out of this and put it out there. Put it out there, because at the moment, the universe is kind of going to be on your side if you do. With the Wheel of Fortune coming up, I feel that there is stuff that's going to bear fruit for you. This is going to be supportive to you. The energy can be supportive to you, but you have to be open to it. You have to be clear on your intentions at this time, Sagittarius. Then I feel you'll actually get that help. You'll get that help because with the Wheel, with the 9 of Cups, you also have the 3 of Wands showing up. This is the way out of this malaise, the way out of this circular sort of thinking and feeling that doesn't really go anywhere. But it needs you to set clear intentions and be wide open to receiving, Sagittarius. This is how you're going to start to move out of this space. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be... Thank you, Renee, for confirming. Hi, Mahiri. The next sign is going to be Capricorn. Capricorn's sun, moon, and rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Capricorn. Capricorn. Remember, everyone, if you're here, please like the video. Cappies. Well, my sign's up next, so I'm sure that I'm in for it now. So, you know, Capricorn. Waiting for the go-ahead, Capricorn, or waiting for someone to come with you. I feel like you're waiting on someone. You might be waiting on a potential partner in a love or romantic sense. You might be waiting on a business partner. I feel that you are waiting for something to move, so somebody comes with you and then you feel able to do what you need to. And obviously that's more obvious in the case of a love situation, but I feel it's true in various places. It's a waiting, it's a come on, aren't you ready now, aren't you going to come with me, come on, come on. You coax them almost, you know, will somebody to be with you on this. It's kind of, you might be getting a bit frustrated as well, but you're sort of like, yeah, but I need this person with me so I can do everything that I want to. So you're a little afraid to go out alone, or just trust in that sense. You want the sign, you want the confirmation. With the lovers showing up, you want this joining, this meeting, this coming together, somebody to be willing to stand with you, Capricorn. That is the first thing in your mind. And it's kind of like you're waiting for the universe or something from above to come in, help that process along. You've been asking for that, haven't you, Capricorn? For the universe to step in and make this into something. Deep down, you are able to go it alone if you have to with the Seven of Wands. You absolutely are. But you desire to be accompanied. You don't quite feel able to embody that energy fully, and you kind of just don't want to have to. The Three of Pentacles showing up, I feel this is going to happen for you, but not by just sheer like willing it, asking for it. I feel that you have to get on with things in the meantime with that Three of Pentacles, and then I feel things start to grow, start to bear fruit. Now this requires you to be more confident about yourself, your ability to attract, your ability to create, your ability to carry yourself. And then this person comes in and it's a bonus and it helps you along. So you need to move into this space of the Empress, Capricorn. That's how you're going to get to a space of the Lovers, by moving into a space of the Empress. And I feel this is going to make you feel more yourself, more capable, more able to produce and to go. And it also then means that you can show yourself to this other person. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is everything that I'm doing. And then I feel they move towards you, and there is even more potential. The final card coming up for you is the Princess of Pentacles. Creative potential, potential for connection with this person as well, but only if you're doing that work, and only if you're showing yourself for the Empress that you truly are. That also means celebrating yourself, feeling powerful, in control. Whatever you can do to build your own confidence is going to help. I feel some of you need some beauty treatments or a spa day or something. Something that just makes you feel more in that sense, and then you'll be able to go. Seems minor, but it might help you. It means that you'll stop relying so much on waiting for the other person to come in. But then I feel you move into this strong, strong place. But you have to be prepared to do it for yourself, Capricorn. That's hugely, hugely important. You can't just rely on somebody else. I hope that makes sense for you. Hi, Dee. Renee's saying, when you said being indulgent, I was like, oh, is 4 chocolate bars a day and 2 bags of popcorn indulgent? If I say yes, then I'm calling myself indulgent. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that's a decent amount, you know, or two big chocolate bars and some fruit and an ice cream and maybe some cake or something. That's like a normal kind of part of the diet as far as I'm aware. The next sign is going to be Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Aquarius. 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 You're a little unsettled, Aquarius. I want to say unsettled. You're starting things are happening, but you're not feeling very balanced. You're not feeling very grounded, not necessarily feeling very supported or confident or trusting at this time. Looking over your shoulder, am I going to be okay? It really is this kind of, you feel like you have to work really hard to keep yourself upright and balanced, rather than just kind of letting go, allowing yourself to be guided. You have the Fool showing up in your conscious mind. So this is something new that you've started, or a new approach that you're taking on, and you're not that comfortable in it yet. You're not that comfortable in it yet. And you're sort of, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're going to be okay, but I feel that this lack of confidence comes from old situations and it doesn't apply at this time. With the Six of Pentacles, you're looking for support. You don't like going it alone in that sense. But I feel like this is a test for you to be able to follow through on this, to pick up some momentum, and then you'll be doing a lot better. You need to trust in what you're doing. You need to trust that this is the right thing for you. At the moment, you're not. You're in a Four of Cups. You're so unsure. You're not committed to what you're doing. You're not committed to what you're following. And that's causing you difficulties. It's causing you difficulties. But I feel like you are being guided. I feel this is taking you somewhere really, really good. I feel you can do yourself justice here. This can be really wonderful and fulfilling. But you need to be able to trust it. You have the Star showing up, Aquarius. Your card, your sign. So this is an energy that you should be able to work with. But you need to embody that for yourself, and you need to see the light. See where you're being guided to. See what this is showing you about yourself. How it's going to show you what you're capable of. How you don't have to wait for anyone else, because you are able to go and show yourself. This is really, really powerful, but you need to get hold of it and run with it. Ride those waves, Aquarius. It's going to get easier as you go. And not only is it going to get easier, but I feel like this is going to give you new ideas, new insights, new ways of dealing. And it's also going to lead to you just feeling more emotionally capable. Less like you get shaken about, buffeted about. You move into a space of the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're able to deal with things much, much better as you go. But it needs you to show that trust and that faith in what you're moving towards. This can be really, really powerful for you. But you need to be in that space and not this. At the moment, it's like if you're riding a bike and looking behind yourself all the time and it veers off to one side or whatever. Just focus on moving ahead on what you're doing. You're going to be absolutely fine, and you're going to feel more and more confident as you go. You don't have to wait for anyone else. You're doing really well. I hope that makes sense for you, Aquarius. The final sign is going to be Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 22nd to the 28th of April 2019. Which is the mother-in-law plant, dear? Is that the begonia or the snake? The snake plant. I just got that. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow when I'm in psychic mode. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I got that. Having never been married, I haven't had that experience yet, so I'm saying absolutely nothing. Pisces. Thank you, Renee. Okay, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. You're distrustful at the moment, Pisces, of what's in front of you, of the situations in front of you. In particular, you're distrustful of somebody who's in front of you, and you're trying to justify it to yourself. You've been hurt before. You've been misled before. You've gone the right way, the wrong way before at somebody else's behest. And now you're kind of like, no, don't trust it. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. Underpinning this for you is the Seven of Cups. So you feel like things are not what they seem. That's why you can't trust them. You want to know everything, see everything before you decide. King of Swords is showing up for you, and I feel you're trying to occupy this space. Not going to commit to anything at this time. Don't want to commit to anything. Doubting everything. This can be a useful skill. It absolutely can. But I feel like you might be applying this across the board and missing the good opportunities as well as the bad ones. You also have the Ace of Swords showing up, Pisces. So it is all, you're trying to occupy this mental space, which isn't always that familiar for you. You're trying to stay in a place where you can just be together. Think clearly, rationally before you commit to anything. I feel like with the Four of Cups, you may be missing opportunities though. Four of Cups has showed up a lot today. So you're in this space along with a number of other signs. And I feel that what you might be telling yourself is rational is actually being driven by some old hurts, fears, doubts, negative self-beliefs, lack of faith, this kind of thing. It's understandable, but it's important to know where it's coming from. Because you're kind of feeling like things might just turn up badly regardless with the Seven of Cups. I don't feel they have to. Allow yourself to be guided to the right options and the right opportunities, Pisces. I feel they're coming in for you this week. But I feel you have to allow yourself to do something new, to move towards something new. It's like there's a chapter in your life that is coming to an end. There may be something that's happened in recent times that has hurt you or shaken you up or whatever. That's why you're this closed off. But I feel something new is opening up for you, but you have to be willing to accept that when it comes in. So no, not every person coming in is the right one. Not every opportunity coming in is the right one. If you're looking to move, not every opportunity for that is the right one. Not every job offer is the right one. But somewhere in there, you're going to know what the right one is if you are open to it. I feel there is help coming in for you with that as well. It shows up as the star for you, Pisces. Another sign seeing the star. So I feel like you need to be open to the right opportunities as well as being closed to the wrong ones. And not just assuming that everyone is the wrong one. I feel like if you try and intellectualize everything, it's not going to work. If you try to go solely with your feelings, it's not going to work. There's a balance to be struck. But I feel that you can carry your feelings, and I feel that you'll just know the right one. As long as you're open, you'll know this right opportunity as it comes to you this week, Pisces. I hope that makes sense for you. That is all 12 signs. Thank you all so much for staying with me through that. LV7095 LV says, I see you marrying the person of your dreams soon. I hope you're right, LV. It's very overdue at this stage, so you know, very, very open for that. I have time to pull cards for a couple of people. If anybody has a question, please pop it in the live chat. In the meantime, I'll let everyone know that if you haven't seen it already, please check out my Taurus season video. The link is just below. That gives you predictions for the whole month that we've just moved into. I'm going to remind everyone to like and share the video and to subscribe and enable notifications. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. If you'd like a personal reading and you'd like to book me, my details are in the box below. If my work helps you and you'd like to leave me a tip, my details are also in the box below. That all helps a huge amount. Hi, Cielo. So let me see who I am drawn to. Renee is asking, a significant ex has reconnected with me after 2.5 years. Do you foresee how it will unfold? Let me have a look for you, Renee. Significant ex after 2.5 years. That dreaded ex question. But you asked it, so I'm looking now, so you know, everyone watching is going to know too. Renee. Okay. Looks really positive. I feel like it was really positive at the start. Then there were arguments that led you apart. However, it's coming back round for you at this time, Renee. Six of Wands is in the past. I feel like someone's ego got in the way. That's what I'm getting there with this. I know Six of Wands is usually really happy, but someone's ego got in the way. There was a clash, essentially, and it just wasn't very nice. It got a bit petty, this kind of thing. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's absolutely coming back around for you now. Totally coming back around for you now. And what's more, with the 10 of Pentacles showing up, I feel that this can be really fulfilling. It can be really fulfilling. I even pulled an extra card for you, and it's the Star. So you are in a really positive situation here. I hope that makes sense for you. Obviously happy to go into more detail in a personal reading. Okay. Let me see who else I'm drawn to. Julie is asking, can I reunite with my ex? I'll have a look for you, Julie. Julie's ex. Let's have a look. First card has dropped out. Julie. You're basically sat there waiting for the phone to ring, Julie, and it's not wonderfully healthy. I feel like you do yourself down in relation to your ex. You really do yourself down in relation to your ex. And as a result, that's why you're waiting like this. And it's not great because I feel like your ex didn't treat you wonderfully. I feel like your ex was doing stuff you didn't know about. It wasn't great. Six of Wands, Seven of Cups. Not wonderful. And you're kind of trapping yourself now. And for as long as you stay in this place, you're going to be quite trapped with the Eight of Swords. You're giving away too much power here. Way too much power. There's a need to pull it back. A need to pull it back. Get on with your life. Take control of your life and your emotions and your feelings and go somewhere where they're truly valued. Strength shows up for you. That's where you need to be heading to. You need to take control of yourself and your situation. If somebody mistreated you and did stuff behind your back, they're not somebody to wait around for. They're not somebody to wait around for on any level. This is about you getting in control of things and of yourself and doing yourself the kind of justice that you deserve. I hope that makes sense for you, Julie. Let me see who else I am drawn to. Super Angry Koala is asking for a message from Spirit. Let me have a look for you, Super Angry Koala. Telling me to change decks for you. Super Angry Koala. Actually visualizing quite a docile koala at the moment instead, but let's have a look. Okay. It's fairly smooth sailing in its own way, as long as you allow it to be. You've moved away from something and it was quite painful. It was an ending of some kind, something that you were really hoping would go further and then it didn't. And you made the decision to turn your back on it. And you're doubting that at times now. You're doubting that even though you don't need to be. It's going to take you some time to get where you're going, but I feel like the transformation is really going to surprise you. You're coming in as the Prince of Pentacles, so it's slow progress, steady progress, moving forward piece by piece, but you're going towards a goal and you're going away from something. And I feel that going away from something is what's going to allow you then to get a better glimpse of where you're going towards. Temperance is also there, so it's a process. This is a transitional phase for you. It's a shift, but it's important that you face forward with the Ace of Wands. Keep facing forward and you'll be absolutely fine. The issue for you is when you look over your shoulder, when you doubt yourself with the Moon, when you suddenly get all a bit shaky, but I don't feel there's a need to be, because I feel it's quite smooth. It's quite smooth and it's a gentle transformation for you. With death showing up, I feel that you're becoming a very different person with a very different approach, maybe very different aspirations to what you had before all of this happened. But you have to stay focused forward. What you left behind for really good reasons. You don't need to doubt it or look over your shoulder or think about running back. Yeah, doing this absolutely right. I hope that makes sense for you. Let me see. I might have time for one more. Amy Seymour is asking for a love reading. Okay, Amy Seymour. Let me have a look for you. Amy Seymour. Love reading. I feel you're a little caught up in your desire for love at the moment. You're caught up in your desire to be romanced. Maybe you're looking back to how people romanced you in the past, treated you well in the past, and now you're just waiting on that. You're waiting on that, and maybe you're not living too much with the Four of Cups showing up. So there's a need for you to get out and enjoy yourself a bit more. Have fun, be around friends, be in groups of people, feel yourself, feel loved in that sense. Feel that sense of belonging with the Three of Cups. That's going to move you then out of this kind of place that you're kind of stuck in, where you're just waiting it out, waiting for the dream partner to show up, to actually treat you exactly as you want them to, because it feels a bit self-defeating. The way you get out of this is by connecting with friends, going out, really enjoying yourself, living it up, having a good time, celebrating yourself as well, letting your hair down. That allows you to move into an Eight of Cups, where you move away from this space, away from this like feeling that you have at the moment that you can't quite live as you want to without this coming in. Because I feel you can, but I feel at the moment you're trapping yourself a bit. It's holding you back, and you're not getting to where you want to be and what you need to be doing at this time. I hope that makes sense for you, Amy. Now, I think there was one more that I felt. D goes, sir, I've been triggered of late, causing some emotion. Can I get a message from Spirit? Thanks. Let me have a look for you, D. D has been triggered of late. You got to trust your intuition, D. I feel that when you say you've been triggered, somebody has triggered you. There's somebody whose intentions you feel are not quite what they're saying. And you kind of feel like they don't respect you, and they might try to take advantage of you. And you're guarding against it. You're guarding against it with the Nine of Wands, with the Two of Pentacles. You kind of feel that they are looking down on you, not taking you seriously enough. So you're guarding yourself with the Nine of Wands. Judgment is there for you to be able to go it alone without this person if you have to. This is really, really important. With the Ten of Wands as well, you're capable of that. You don't need to give yourself over to other people. You've moved beyond that. You've moved past that. You can trust yourself. You can trust your intuitions. You can trust your intuitions. And I feel that there's a need for you to put some distance between yourself and this person with the Six of Swords. Distance yourself from them, any influence they have over you, and you're going to be far more capable of standing in your own power, and then you won't need to be so guarded, so defensive. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, thank you all so much for being here, for tuning in. Thank you all for your likes, your shares, and your comments. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening or night or Monday morning, depending on where in the world you're watching from. Remember, please subscribe, please enable notifications. Please feel free to tip me or to book me. Please follow my Facebook page and my Instagram page. Thank you all again for being here and for creating such a warm and friendly atmosphere for everyone else who's been joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I keep saying that. And I will see you all again in just a few days. Thank you.